Hey everybody, I hope you're having a good Sunday out there. We wanted to introduce a new thing called liner notes. This is kind of where we can highlight maybe some things that work for our shop. These are not things that anybody else has to do or should do. This is strictly things that we've figured out make for a better finished result. Okay, so this is a little weird trick that I figured out. Over here, when the welt is separating the different sections, up here is where I'm going to attach my boxing, and I really don't want this bulk of this welt cord there. And so I figured out that if you can take your pliers and you pull on this, when you pull it back, it's going to recede up at the top. So watch this. Here we go. And you just go down just enough, just to there. So that way when the welt cord now gets applied around the edge of the seat face, you won't have that big bulk. So I'll just do this over and over and over again along my way, and I'll eliminate that bulk so that way you're not sitting on a bunch of weird welt. The lower boxing and some along the piece, because there's a junction here and it could wear. I like to put in a reinforced French seam. So I'm going to stitch it down and open, and behind here I'm actually going to add another backing piece, so that way I'm stitching underneath this and opening it up wide, and then stitching down the flaps. The seam allowance is open, so that way even though it's being pulled open to look better, it's also not weakening itself by exposing those stitches. It's giving it something else to bite onto in the back too, so during install it's not going to pull apart. So this is my next step. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and put that backing on here, and I cut a lot of footage from this because it can really be a pain in the butt to actually get it to line up on that first go round as you're coming down the one side. When you flip it to go to the second side after you've gotten the first side tacked, it's like a breeze. It's no brainer. Okay, so all I'm showing you here is basically just that, once you've got it tacked down, you've got it reinforced, it's looking good, you just trim up the sides. And what you're going to have is basically a nice, strong, finished, opened seam that during install can be pulled and tugged, and it won't get any worse for the wear. And no over-reliance on just the thread strength. All right, so that's basically it. These are not revolutionary tips or tricks. This is just, and it's not even something that you should do or anybody has to do. These are just things that we've found over all these kits that make for a better finished result. So we thought, why not share it with everybody? And that's it. So happy Sunday, happy stitching, and always from Michigan with all the love.